Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jimeron. Today we're going to try to figure out what in the world is Trigon, a space story, aka FTL, faster than light with fancy graphics. It is very fair to say that this game was inspired by FTL because it's basically the same thing, albeit a little bit less balanced, albeit at the same time, however, a little bit friendlier. But I always found these games very difficult. It is releasing, at the time of recording this video, in 3 days on April 28th, 2022. I don't have an exact date as to when exactly it's releasing, but thanks to the publishers for actually providing me a copy of the game. I've been playing it for a few days now, and I just got around to making this video real quick. It is developed by Samur.Tech. Those are the guys behind the studio that develops it, and it is published by Gameforce 4D. And once again, thanks to them for providing me a key. Now, what is Trigon Space Story? If you haven't played FTL, you're either running a literal microwave for a computer, because that game could run on anything, and I'm surprised there's no mobile port of that game yet. There might be, and I haven't seen one. It is like a space shooter. Not really, it's not turn-based, it's a live action, basically, but you can pause the game if you want to, and aim your guns and move your people around the ship. You can board enemy ships. It's quite fun. Excuse me about that. It is heavily reliant on RNG, and that's kind of what's holding me back with the game right now, because it is totally unfair in some cases, but there is a major flaw in the game at the moment, which helps me because I'm a noob. I don't fucking know how to play these games. The only way I beat FTL was by hacking it and using trainers and actually cheating to beat the game. But hey, it's a single player game. I'm not affecting anybody's life, so if it's a single player game, I believe you should be able to cheat and not have to pay for microtransactions. Let's look at the settings menu real quick here. We don't have much. On the general, we have the resolution. Sadly, very sadly, there's no ultra-wide resolution, and this game desperately needs the ultra-wide, because with FTL, it was a very simplistic pixelated game, and it wasn't fancy at all with the graphics. You could easily distinguish between anything that was happening, and that's a problem that happens when you make a game like that and you try to be all fancy and everything, which I will admit that for the longest time, I thought I wanted FTL to look better, and now that I got FTL looking better, I don't think it's the best that could happen to that game genre, but there's a lot more reasons behind that one. So you got quality, ultra, frame rate, no, so you can be unlimited. Vertical synchronization, I have it off because I'm using G-Sync, and it's being forced through NVIDIA control panel. Language, master volume, music volume, sound volume, auto pause on and off. Auto pause means when the battle starts, the battle starts paused. So you have a few seconds to, well, you have all the time you want, realistically, to aim your weapons and think of a strategy to combat the enemies. Full screen windowed here. I am very, very sad that this game does not support ultra-wide resolution, but I'm hoping it comes in a patch. I will be taking the survey after this one, so I can give them a little bit of feedback on what I think. But I also had one crash with the game where, after going to the management for my ship, the screen went black and never returned, so there's that. Hotkeys. I don't use the hotkeys because realistically I will just I'll just pause the game if I have to, but you do have hotkeys here if you want. That is perfectly functional and normal. So there you have it. I'm going to continue my campaign that is automatic right now, because if I hit a new campaign, there's no multiple saves, even though this is a PC game. I don't understand why I don't have multiple saves on a game like this. That's another point off, I guess. But if you try to start a new campaign, it will erase your previous progress. So here we go. I'm launching probably in a battle, which, yep. So this is kind of, you could escape and prepare for the next jump. Yeah, so this is a problem that I have with this game, because when you save and exit, and you load back into the game, regardless of whether or not you have finished that battle, you will be thrown a battle. It doesn't happen always, as you can see, it didn't happen here, but you will be thrown into a battle, and right now I cannot afford to go into any battles because my hull health is atrocious right now. So as you can see, those familiar with FTL, this is exactly like FTL. It's just, I think, a little bit inferior in the balancing. So you got your basic. I think even like the icons are basically the same. I haven't played FTL in a while, so I am not quite sure if they actually are the same. But I would be remiss if I said that they were not, at least very similar, if not the same. So what do we got here? We got the weapons. Oh, that's not the right one. We got the weapons compartment here that shoots my lasers and my rockets. The rockets are very necessary. In case you haven't played this game, you should know that rockets penetrate shields. They just have a little bit less chance of actually hitting the target. You got your hyperdrive room. This actually helps increase your evasion and loads up faster, jumps to hyperdrive when the battle starts. I don't actually need it to load because my gal here, she has an ability where as soon as you get into the battle, you instantly load the hyperdrive so you can actually escape immediately, which is really good, necessary. O2 sensors, if this gets destroyed, your people starve from oxygen and they die. At the same token, you can open doors strategically and let the oxygen out if you want to put out a lot of fires in the ship. You should definitely practice that if you haven't. I'm gonna oh, I just did a jump. I really hope that I did. Oh, you know what? When I jump into the new area, I actually have to fight people, and I actually always lose. So that's the problem here. A fight cannot be avoided, but can I actually jump instead? Before I jump, I'm just going to show the battle here, and then after that, I'm going to jump into the management and give a little bit of my opinions on the game. So, yes, you do have the shield generator, and I don't actually have a shield specialist in here, so I'm not getting any bonuses from that, any faster generation. But shields, very crucial in this game because you will get fucked. But I think the way to go with this game is actually leveling up your hyperdrive and getting insane amounts of misses, evasion. So right now my evasion is pretty low at 31%, and I only have two things here, plus a little bit of more evasion when my hull integrity is low. It's like a skill for my captain, I believe. But these guys have what is it, 8 of these things here? Yeah, so I've tried to fucking beat this level so many times, and I always end up dying. And I've tried again, back to back. And how do I try this back to back? Well, I'm about to show you the flaw that I was talking about in this game. If you hit main menu and you hit continue, I should start from the gate. There we go. I start from here before I actually get into the battle. Now, what I can do is actually leave the sector. I can... Oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. I actually want to do hyperdrive into the sector I was in. But that's okay. Maybe I can do a little bit of battle and... oh. Hold on. What the fuck happened here? So there was no battle this time. Which is really weird. Because there's always a battle when you jump into it. Almost always a new battle when you jump into the thing. So I could do this side mission here, delivery, but it will jump my bounty up a lot. Let's go back here for a second. Let's keep talking about this. So yeah, I think the way to go is by increasing the evasion, but again, I'm not a smart player or an expert on these games. You got your med bay that heals your people. You got your shield, of course. This is the door management, or whatever, the airlock system, where if you you can open all the airlocks, or you can close them all, and then it can help you direct and kind of put out fires. These are the sensors. Funny enough, with FTL, you didn't start with this item. The sensors actually allow you to see the enemy ship. If you've played FTL, you should know that when you start, depending on the ship that you have, I guess I had the basic one because I suck, you don't actually see the enemy ship and what they're doing like I was able to do. This is the drone, what do you call it? Drone control module that helps you send out drones into the enemy ship and start fighting at them. And this is your captain. You cannot go anywhere without the captain. This is the management screen for the ship here. I can actually repair my hull, but I don't have any scrap, so I'm going to have to stop by a shop and pay to have it repaired. but maybe I can actually do a little bit of repairs. Let's see, how much can I do? I have 94 scrap, so 90 scrap worth of repairs. That's good. Now a day has passed. Usually when a day passes, I do see enemies attacking me, but I don't see any enemies attacking me right now. Back into the management screen, however, when you're not in a shipyard, so you can buy upgrades with gold, you have to spend metal scrap. You gain metal scrap by defeating enemy ships, and by defeating enemy ships you also get food, and you also get fuel. Looks like I'm about to run out of fuel, which sucks majorly, but at least I have infinite food, because when you increase the oxygen sensors, you actually gain supplies, which I did not know that in the beginning of the game, and I was getting kind of fucked with my resources. I actually lost 2 crew members. I used to have 6, now I have 4. Or do I have 5? How many? I have 4, yep. You got your crew space right here, your crew screen, wow, let's take that again. You have your crew screen right here. I can have up to 8 people, and the cargo hold shows me all the items that I have in the ship. Looks like I only have room for 1 more item before I'm actually full, and I can kind of sell these supplies since I don't really need them, since I'm making so much. At least I can sell 50 of them, but they're not worth much, so good luck getting any money out of that. And that's the management right there. You saw the management. Your people do have abilities, so the ship's evasion increases by 50% for 10 seconds. And all these abilities, the person has to be on their assigned spot in the ship, in the position. So this pilot, in order to use that ability, they have to be in the pilot ship, the pilot position. This is a weapons operator, so for him to use the weapons charged twice as fast ability, the rapid fire ability, he has to be in his assigned position as well. That's pretty simple, right? Now I could go back here, but I am risking fighting some enemies. You know what? Fuck this. I'm not going to worry about that mission. I am going to proceed, and hopefully I can find a space station so I can repair my ship, which is a little bit of an important step. After jumping, you see a cluster of Tarticon ships. As you wait for the hyperdrive to charge, you notice that most of the ships have departed, and only one is remaining, rapidly approaching you. So I guess we're going to have a battle. Nope. Send a crew member to talk to them. Now this could be a trap. So you do have some RNG, some RPG element questions or answers here that you can give. This happens quite often, I would say. And if you do have the required item to progress through that and kind of get some bonuses out of that, it's going to be in orange. So I do have one of these guys on my cruise ship. I can send him over, but they could keep him, kill him. That's happened before. I am going to risk it now because, again, with the main menu thing, you can actually just quit to the main menu and not have to worry about what happens to your people. So we're going to do that. Got some scrap and got some gold, which is awesome. I could use the scrap to repair my hull. As a matter of fact, I should do that. So we're going to go in the management here. We're going to hit this. Oh, I only have 60. Never mind. So we're going to accept that. That's pretty cool. A day has passed. No enemies. I only have 3 gas. So I need to either find something I can buy gas from very quickly, or I am gonna be fucked. So the problem is, since I haven't ran into this is what the store icon looks like, by the way. Since I haven't found it on this cluster, I don't know where it is. So do I go here or do I go here? If I go here, I risk the enemies staying where they are, so then I'm kind of trapped to have to fight enemies. But if I go here, they could also move to one of those systems. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna trust my instinct on this one. And I kind of want some enemies to fight right now after easy, because I could use the gas. So here's the problem I have with the pause screen right here. It's going to be in the edges. This isn't as much of a problem right now because you can kind of see here, but you get some really bad distortion and some really aggressive chromatic aberration. And if you've seen any of my other videos in this channel, you absolutely know that I fucking hate chromatic aberration, depth of field, motion blur, all that stupid shit, vignette around the thing here, the blurring that's happening here. These don't fucking belong in video games. Those things do not belong in video games. If you're doing a montage, like a cinematic thing, I could not care less what you do, but when it comes to video games, you actually want to see what is happening. So Depth of field and other post-processing elements do not belong in video games, and I really hope the developers eventually move away from that, but let's face it, it's probably never going to happen. So at least give us an option to toggle them off and on. As you saw, the options menu doesn't really have anything to help with that, so here's to hoping. Now, these guys seem pretty weak, but they do have a lot of weapons, so what I want to do is I'm going to launch my drones. Here you go, you have to power it on and you have to actually launch it. So there's my drone. I got it from an RNG event. I'm going to target my plasma weapons on these. They don't have any... Okay, they do have a bridge where they can teleport into my ship, so that's kind of annoying. I'm going to target my my rockets to the weapons as well, and then I'm going to have my laser cutter actually also hit them like that. I've discovered the laser cutters don't do shit in this game, which is kind of annoying. So now we're ready to hit space and start seeing what the game looks like. Here you go. So their shields kind of suck. Hopefully they're not gonna board my ship. Okay, we're actually doing some damage to them. That's pretty cool. They're kind of missing me, but my shields are regenerating very slowly. Okay, so we won. That's awesome. They hit me with that. Oh no, actually they went. Oh fuck. So I hate when this happens because when the ships go, when they use that ability, they go invisible as well. And I'll just hit the shields for now. Where are the shields? Nope, the shields are not there. That's the shields. Laser cutter, sure, you can also go there. When that happens, it takes away the aiming of your weapons. Then you have to pause again. As you can see, I missed a few seconds of actually attacking the enemy ship, and that was some crucial time. I am gonna deactivate my rockets though because I don't want to waste them. You do have a limited amount of rockets. That's the sad thing about rockets. So they only have 5. Let's see if I can. Yep, knock them out. That's pretty good. That was easy. I didn't have to use any abilities, and I could have also just ran away whenever I wanted to. I only got 1 item of gas, but I did get some scrap so I can repair my hull, which is good, and a lot more gold so I can buy more gas later when I find the whatchamacallit, the space stations. So here we go. I'm gonna accept that. There's that. A day has passed. No enemies. Oh, okay, so somebody has been following me. They want to kill me, but guess what? They probably have a bunch of... Yep, they have a bunch of this. I could try to fight them and kind of risk it. But what I'm actually going to do is when I resume, I'm actually just going to jump off. Or should I just fight them and get the gas? Because I did let a day pass. Here's the thing with this, right? I can just exit the game if I'm losing. But if I beat them at a certain time, then I can't undo that battle, and I'm just going to have to deal with all the damage that I will have sustained. And the weapons don't seem that dangerous, but they do have the hyperdrive up, so whatever. I am going to fight them. Did I launch the droid? I think I did launch... This chromatic aberration is just awful there. So I'm going to aim for their weapons again, so I can actually render them useless. And why not just focus the weapons? Because without their weapons, they can't do shit. But here's the trick with these, though. You want to actually enable auto fire mode and not worry about burst fire, because burst fire is going to try to shoot multiple things and take turns shooting between multiple things. But auto fire, if you don't have to always click and aim while the shit is going down, then you're going to have to do that. So I'm going to make myself 81% evasion for 10 seconds and double regeneration on the weapons and see how this goes. So let's see, they have pretty decent shields, I guess, and it's going pretty good. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, that's actually not bad at all. That was easy. I am down to 7 rockets though, so That kind of sucks, but what do we get? 3 gas, that's pretty good. 40 scrap and some gold, that's not bad. And there's another one. So what sucks now is I don't have my stuff, so I'm gonna have to increase my acceleration here and kind of wait it out. And this is what I was talking about here, so that's gonna suck now. And we're probably just gonna go with the same strategy. Here we go, and then just launch the drones and hope for the best. Okay, all right. The laser cutter is doing some damage on their guys. So I took some hull damage, which is fine. I think it's just like 10 hull damage. That's cool. Let's see, what did they drop? They dropped some drone replicants, which is good. You need these to run your drones. They dropped some fuel, which I'm back to 11 now, which is awesome. Some scrap. And some gold, and I'm actually reducing my local bounty, which is awesome. Usually that just increases, and the more bounty you have, the more chances of enemies trying to attack you, so that's not bad. However, that's the game. As you saw, you have an open world here. This is the space station. That's really good. I'm actually going to go there, and I'm going to dock a little bit so I can sell all my food that I don't need. Oh, unknown life forms, everything, blah blah blah. I provide trade services. Okay, yeah, I knew that already. That's fine. So we're just gonna trade. I'm gonna show you the thing here, the screen. Sell the supplies. Sell all of them. Sell these supplies as well. And I'm actually going to sell. Let's see. Let's do. I'm gonna keep 35. So let's say I'm just gonna sell 10 because it's not really worth it. So I'm gaining 224 gold from that one, and I guess I could just buy some of that. Let's see, I can buy 5 of it. That's a decent trade, and then we can accept this trade. And now I'm back to 2007 gold or credits. This is what it looks like when you're trying to buy items. This is an EMP blaster. It needs energy too, so that could be one that I can consider purchasing. I would also consider purchasing some of these, some rockets, because I do actually. I could sell this. I mean, yeah, I have 2 of those. Definitely 1, so I can make some more space in my cargo. So I'm gonna accept this trade, and maybe I can buy some. Oh, this is a defensive drone. That's not bad actually. That's a good idea. I do have 2 slots for drones, but it does need some power. This one is using 1 energy, and that one is also using 1 energy, so I do have enough credits to actually upgrade my ship through the shipyard. This is what the shipyard looks like. You can actually buy some upgrades. The more upgrades you buy, the more you have to pay for them. Obviously, that's a no-brainer, and you can buy some modules here for your ship. It looks a little bit different than FTL, because FTL had some random stuff that you can buy and random encounters. That's not like this in this game. It's a little bit different, but it's still pretty good. I'm not gonna hate it. And the bar is where you actually buy some more crew members. I am just shy of being able to buy this guy, Lokthar. I could sell some more food, I guess, or maybe something. But if I sell more food, this guy's gonna be requiring 3 food per day, so I'm actually going to be starting to lose 3 food per day. But what I would consider doing is getting a shield operator and selling the pilot. How much can I sell? Oh, you cannot sell pilots. Never mind. I could kill them. You could just open the airlock, put them there, and kill them, but keep in mind that these guys, the Toctarian or whatever the fuck they're called, they don't need oxygen, so you cannot kill them as easily. There's a hyperdrive operator level 3. Mine is level 4. I don't care about that. But the shield operator, that's going to be a good buy at 1900 credits. So I'm going to contemplate doing that. But this is essentially the game. In all honesty, this is all there is to it. When they're encouraged to get some, so that after beating a few people, you get encouraged. You get a little bit more damage on your melee attacks, and this is the game. That's all there is to it. You do have a mission structure that you have to follow. The map is quite large. The furthest I've made it to was a 3rd system, which is this one right now. I think this run is actually my my best run because I actually have the best chance of actually completing it. I don't know if they're going to come up with more systems. I don't see the need to, because let's face it, this is a lot of fucking systems here. It's going to take you a long time to actually explore everything and beat the game, but there is a main quest line that you can follow. There's a side mission in green. This is a let's see, the side quest. This one is you have to find a treasure, and then this one is a delivery. So you got some miscellaneous stuff, and then fighting the hummingbird, defeat the gatekeeper to gain access to the Stargate. This is actually here. There's a pretty dangerous boss fight if you want to jump into this gate here. So that's the game. That's Trigon, a space trilogy, a space story. I'm sorry, Trigon, a space story. I don't have a price. I will put the price on the written review on the description and on the blog and everything, but it comes out April 28th. I do want to see some of the improvements that I mentioned earlier. I do want to see the developers give us the ability to turn off all the post-processing, but also have it categorized. Don't have one setting for post-processing. If you're going to add settings of post-processing under the game, let me turn them on off individually. I can do that in a text file, in most games at least. I haven't tried to delve into this one to see if I can turn them off through a text file, but if I can do it in other games, I sure as hell should be able to do it on this one as well. This is no excuse at this point in 2022. I do want to see ultrawide support. There's no ultrawide support, and as you can see, this game could use it because the ships are kind of crammed up when the battle is taking place. You should be able to see more if you have the tools. You do have a legend that describes everything. That's pretty good. I don't like this double thing that's happening here, where the back, it just goes back to post-processing. That's just distracting and not necessary. I don't think this is needed there. It's nitpicking, but it's also criticism, and that's the point of this channel, or so I would like to think. So there you have it. Hopefully this has been useful. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.